What is your role and responsibility within Sealife and what does it involve, James?
I'm on the animal care team part-time, so I'm responsible for maintaining the tanks like the one you see behind me and all the other animals and stuff like that throughout the aquarium, so making sure they're happy and healthy and they're enriched, they're stimulated, all that kind of stuff.
What do you enjoy most about working within your role?
Getting up close and personal with the animals and also making sure that they are happy and healthy. It's good to see an environment like these guys behind me again, thriving and just constantly doing good. Then you've also got the upside of getting animals like April, or olive Ridley turtle, and your Asian shortclawed otters like Lily Pickling Cup, getting them up close with you, get hands-on experience like patting them and just training them as well in little bits and pieces too.
Did you expect your current role within Sealife to be like this?
I expected it to be more stressful. It doesn't mean that it isn't stressful now because you are constantly on the move, but I thought I was going to be definitely 24/7 always doing stuff, but there are spaces to breathe here and there. It just depends on what you've got to do every day. But it is still good, it's rewarding at the same time.
What career path did you take and what experience and qualifications do you have?
I started working in the cafe in Sealife while I was still at high school. So I had just sat my Nat 5s and then came in part-time at the cafe. Then went from the cafe to the entertainments team. Spent 3 years on the entertainments team, getting familiar with things like the ocean tank and the ray tank and the otters, and after that amount of time everything just starts to kind of seep in and you just have a general understanding of everything. And then I applied for the animal care team, so I don't really have much in the way of qualifications, so I don't study anything like marine biology at university or anything like that. It's all just experience, specifically at this site, at this aquarium, so it's all experience based, not really qualifications based.
What advice do you have for young people who may be looking at getting into your industry?
Exam results aren't everything, although they are important. If you have a look at my career path, I started with just my Nat 5 qualifications and I don't study anything related to sea life or anything like that at university. I don't do marine biology, I don't do anything like that. It's all mainly experience based. So although exams are stressful and it does help to have good exam results, if you don't get the results that you're looking for, it's not the end of the world. You still can do something quite cool, like taking care of animals for a living, if you don't get your results.
Describe your role within Sealife and what kind of training a young person could expect to receive.
So day to day I'll do things like feeding all our small fish, feeding these big guys, feeding pretty much everything, and then things like making sure our tanks have the right temperature and the right amount of oxygen in them, water tests as well, so making sure the chemical balances of our tanks are all okay, preparing food for the next day as well, even general cleaning and stuff like that is an important part of my job, making sure everything's organised and everything's ready, and it is where you need it to be. And then you've got random things that can happen during the day, so there can be a leak, a pump can fail, a filter can fail, and you need to know how to fix that and how to sort out that problem. And I've been trained how to do that since I started this job straight away. Colin, our curator, was a big hand in doing that, and also general experience from everyone who I've worked with on the animal care team have been a great help as well. So it's just a little bit of help from everyone will help you get to where you need to be when you're doing a job like this. Everyone's got a little bit of experience that they can give to you, a little bit of knowledge, so you learn everything very much.
What are the 3 top skills and personal qualities that you expect a young person coming into your workplace to have?
If you're doing my role, I would say communication is a massive thing that you still need to be able to talk to the general public doing my job, and you'll have that base knowledge of how the systems run, how the tanks run, all the species that you've got in there, general facts about them if anyone's wanting to know anything. So you still need to be able to impart that knowledge onto people. Time management is a big skill as well. So making sure you finish the job that you're currently doing in time to start the next one, and you're not going to be behind or you're not going to be kept late, because there have been times where we've been in here till 11 o'clock at night preparing, or if something has failed, then you need to stay until it's fixed, and you can't do that if all the basic daily stuff is still needing to be done. You can't focus on things like if a life support system's failed. So making sure that you've got all those jobs done and out the road on time is really important as well. I'm not really sure about the third one, to be honest with you. I don't know. Communication and time management, definitely. Cleanliness, probably, is a really big one too. Just being able to tidy up after yourself, making sure that if you're doing something like food prep, you know, you're gutting a lot of fish at a time and you're doing a lot of stuff like that, so making sure that you clean up after yourself means that there's no risk of cross-contamination, or anything you're feeding isn't getting fed something by mistake or anything like that. Plus, you don't really want any of the fish to be eating anything that's, you know, covered in guts or anything like that. It's not particularly appetising, so just making sure that everything's clean is really important too.